This video is powered by cardmarket.com.
What's cracking, YouTube? Jobber here, and I have before you a classic 2005 VORSE RAIDER collectible tin. These are a classic. I love VORSE RAIDER. The first time I ever saw this was in the TV series when KABIA'S summoned it. 1900 attack, no effects, no needed when you're that big. Super cool looking dude, too. And yeah, so we got some old school classic booster packs inside here. Let's see if they go and they tell us. I think they do some. We have a Dark Beginnings booster pack, Dark Revelation Volume 1 booster pack, the Soul of the Duelist booster pack. I love how they put booster pack on every single one of these. The Rise of Destiny booster pack, Flaming Eternity booster pack, then one exclusive card. It's not very exclusive because you can see it, it's right there. We got the VORSE RAIDER 1900 attack. I cannot wait to pop this thing open. 2005. Can you believe it? That long ago. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let's see if we can just open this thing up without scratching it. It looks like we actually successfully pulled this off. Not too bad. All right. Beautiful color too. I like these tins. These first these mini tins because I don't know. I mean, I'm like. I don't know if you can hear that. They're like more heavy duty. They're thick, you know? Like you actually use this tin and it would last. All right, and then we have our VORSE RAIDER right here, all sealed up. I'm gonna keep that in there. 1900 attack, 1200 defense. Dark, normal, beautiful. Put that right over there. Yeah, maybe over there. There we go. A little bit of room. We have our next generation. What do we got going on in here? I like how colorful these are. They just pop. Show it jump. Ooh, I love Cyber and Dragon. What do we got going on there? Oh, I sold off some of the cards. Oh gosh, these packs are dusty. A little old. All right, let's move forward to these beautiful booster packs. And let's check out to see if there's anything inside the tin. And sometimes I found these little cardboard deck boxes and other things, and I just don't want to get rid of it. I'm going to keep the tin anyway, so there's no real fear of it disappearing or anything like that. Put that right there. Then we have our Dark Beginnings 1 booster pack, the Dark Revelation booster pack, the Soul of the Duelist booster pack, Rise of Destiny, then the Flaming Eternity. Have the Sacred Phoenix of Nephis in here. Very amazing card. When it's destroyed, it gets special summoned, I believe, on the next standby or main phase, and then it destroys all monsters. So I don't know if it's just on your opponent's side of the field or all your monsters in general. I think it destroys all monsters other than himself. Very, very cool card, and it was a very scary card back in the day, being 2400 attack, and then you could summon the Hand of Nephis, and then tribute off itself plus like a token to special summon them. So really cool. And it just being, having the ability of trying to pull one ultimate rare was also really exciting. Some old school ideas. I myself, when the Sacred Phoenix came out, I did play it. It's very difficult in the early days of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! To get around monsters that had high attack. There wasn't a lot of people playing Smashing Ground or anything like that. You had Raigeki and Dark Hole, and it was just difficult to get around a monster if they put it on the field that was already pretty big. All right, so we have a Rise of Destiny booster pack. Looks like we have the Creator back there. Very cool. I myself never personally played the card The Creator. I played basically the counterpart, Dark Creator. He's a dark monster. You can special summon it. I believe it's if you have 5 or more or 7 or more dark monsters in your graveyard. Special summon it from your hand, and then you can special summon one monster from your graveyard. So, built-in monster reborn. Very, very cool. The Harpy's Hunting Ground. Very cool. Basically, whenever you summon a Harpy, it's like turns them all into mystical stations. Nice! We end up pulling a super rare. Cool. And we'll do a quick little shout out here to the KMC Hyper Matte sleeves. We'll sleeve up this foil since it is ancient. We got 2019 right now. It's 2005, so we got 14-year-old super rare. Thing's been sitting in a booster pack for 14 years. That is insane. Oh my gosh. Ah, this card right here comes with the Jikochi, the Battle Enchanted Locomotive. It is a flip effect monster. When it is flipped, you get to draw 1 card from your deck. If you control this guy on the field, you can draw 2 cards. So it's pretty cool. And he was a 500 attack. Some people in OCG, they're running machine duplication to put multiples on the field. I think you draw 1 for each additional, so that'd be pretty cool. Defend the Jikochi, and then summon it, and then machine duplication it, and then draw a ton of cards. That's kind of cool. Then back in the day, I ran cards like creature swap and whatnot to be able to creature swap it off, take their monster and whatnot. So you have the Soul of the Duelist booster pack. Looks like we have the Horse, the Black Flame Dragon level 8 as the background picture there. That card comes ultimate rare. Very beautiful card. Whenever your opponent activates a spell card, you can just negate it. It's an amazing card. Very powerful. Ah, this is basically the tribute version of Hain. Flip, you can return, it's up to 3 monsters on the field to the owner's hand. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And the defense of this monster would have been higher. I feel would have actually gotten some play back in the day. Really amazing. Hain itself, when you'd flip it, return 1 monster on the field regardless of position to the hand. So that's being a tribute summon, or tribute set, I would say, because it's obviously you want to set that. It would be 3 monsters. That's actually really crazy to even think about that. I have a story of something in that when 6 Samurais were first, and they were out for a little bit, and they were basically the best deck at that point. I had a guy, he put a Xian on the field. He didn't have any like crazy drawing cards or anything. Just basically just manually put it on the field. So it was -1 essentially. And he put it on the field, and then I go to my turn. I set, I believe, 2 back row and I set 1 monster. And this is just so you know, it was game 2. And then he goes and puts a second Xian on the field, and he had a couple of back row himself. He attacks with one of his Xians, and what I set was a Penguin Soldier, and he was so upset. Oh my gosh. He had his counter trap card, which prevents any 6 Samurai monster of destruction. He almost flipped it, realized, puts it back face down, goes and calls me every name in the book. What an idiot. Only an idiot would side card like that, and blah, blah, blah. I got called every name in the book. He slams his stuff down and just leaves, storms out of the regional. I had to go and call over for a judge to go and tell him that I'm going to take it as I won this match. He asked, well, we need to have you and your opponent to be able to sign the slip. I said, unfortunately, this is his stuff right here, and he left. He's gone. He said, oh, okay, say no more. Signs it off. I got the win, and I'm assuming the judges gave him back his stuff, because obviously I didn't steal any of it. So, yeah, that was quite a story for me playing at a regional back in the day. Pretty crazy stuff. You just never know who you may trigger at a regional when you're playing. You just never know. All right, so we're moving over to the more expensive booster packs. We have the Dark Revelation Volume 1. You have 13 cards per pack. And you have the Pharaoh right there on the cover. Beautiful booster pack. Yeah, just crazy some of the stuff that happens when you go to those events. I'm sure you guys have some crazy stories. Share some of your crazy stories you have down below. I'd love to read it. I think because I play pretty off-the-wall decks when I go to events in the first place, that they're already a little bit on tilt and upset to begin with. And I try to be super polite. I mean, I'm not one of those people that sit there and, like, sharks you or, you know. I'm pretty enjoyable person to play first, except for the fact that the decks I play. Was a way to deploy a super rare question. This card is actually really cool. When you activate it, your opponent cannot look at your graveyard. They have to declare a monster, the first monster that was in your graveyard. If they call it correctly, it is removed from play. If they call it incorrectly, if they call it correctly, it's removed from play. If they call it incorrectly, it gets special summoned on each side of the field. It turns into Monster Reborn. Absolutely amazing. I had this card played against me back in the day at multiple local tournaments, and I am proud to say I never called it wrong. It was a pretty cool moment. So that is actually really amazing to be able to pull a foil out of those, because those are almost like pulling a foil out of a tournament pack. Very, very rare. Beautiful looking card. Actually, it's a really unique looking card. So that even makes it even more exciting. So we had pulling 2 super rares so far. That's not too bad. Yeah, had some pretty cool stories to go along with some of these cards. The Kaiser Colosseum. That card, I haven't seen that card be played since the Fusions. We're running all over the place. We have a Dark Beginning 1. And this is 13 cards per pack. This is a pretty interesting set for the fact that they put little Yugi on the cover. And I don't know if they ever did this. They might have done it like one other time. But they almost always have the Pharaoh as the featured face on the booster pack, so they're going to put him on there. This one actually have little Yugi there holding his hand of cards. This dual disc on. It's pretty cool. So let's see what we get out of this booster pack. We have our tip card, 18 of 50. Ah, the Ancient Lamp. Beautiful card. Giant Germ. Played that card back in the day, being a dark target for the old Chaos Sorcerer. Oh, very cool. Gaia the Dragon Champion. That is awesome looking fusion. I was really excited when I first saw this thing put on the field. It sounded like a giant, like, eagle when they put it on the field in the show. If you're watching, I don't know, I can't do the sound effect, so I'm not even going to attempt it. But basically, that's what it sounded like. You have like an eagle crying out. Pretty interesting. Lightning blade here. Okay, well that's it for our booster packs. I'm actually pretty pleased with what we pulled. We obviously got this cool rare. We got 2 foils out of our booster pack here. This is pretty cool. And obviously our more exciting foil that we pulled, being a DR1, if you know anything about it, is a very, very old set. Extremely difficult to pull any foils out of that set. And to be able to pull a foil out of it at all is amazing. And Question's just kind of a cool card. It has a little bit of back history with me and other players probably that have played back in the day. And then obviously we have our gorgeous VORSE Raider Secret Rare, which you know, it was actually a really good card back in the day. Having a able to put a monster out there with 1900 attack is a good tempo, because that's basically how the game was back in the day. It was just tempo based, so very cool. So those are my two favorite cards. Obviously, we had 2 foils in total. 3 foils in total from this opening. Very cool stuff. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to drop a comment down below, give this video a like, subscribe, bell, and follow me on Instagram. I have a link in the description down below if you have some cool old school seal products you guys would like to donate to the channel or sell. Just let me know. Message me if you just want to say hi. Feel free to do so. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and Jobber here is signing out.